Welcome everybody to the first ever show of this universe mode. We are here on Raw when we've got a stacked card tonight. My name is Heelishking and I will be represented by Triple H in this universe mode. We just got done with the draft and we will start tonight's show. So Triple H, aka me, will be starting tonight's show. Welcome everybody to the first episode of Tuesday Night Raw. I don't want to waste any of your time, so let's get straight into business. Money in the Bank is this Saturday, so we will have 4 qualifying matches tonight. 8 superstars will battle each other in one-on-one matches to try to get a spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match. Also tonight, we will have a tag team match as well as a contract signing for the Intercontinental Championship match at Money in the Bank between Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano. The final thing to look out for tonight will be 2 triple threat matches where the 2 winners will face each other off at Money in the Bank for the Universal Championship. Without any further ado, let's get Raw started! The first match of the night is a Money in the Bank qualifying match between Matt Riddle and Aleister Black. The match started off strong with some grapples between the 2 wrestlers. They kept having some offense, they kept attacking each other. Both men were doing some great moves. This was until Aleister Black got the advantage and was able to hit a black mass on Matt Riddle for the 3 count. So Aleister Black wins his match against Matt Riddle and is now the first participant for the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. The second match of the night was between Jeff Hardy and Sami Zayn and was also a Money in the Bank qualifying match. So this match was quite special because it started pretty normally. Wrestlers were hitting some moves on each other, basic. But then they started fighting outside the ring and they kept on going back outside. They got back in to reset the referee's 10 count and then they went outside again. At one point when both the wrestlers were outside, Sami Zayn hit a kick on Jeff Hardy and got back into the ring before the 10 count. This means that Jeff Hardy was counted out and that Sami Zayn is the second participant in the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. It was now time for some tag team action between Jimmy and Jey Uso, the Usos, and the newly formed Latino World Order of Andrade and Rey Mysterio. So as soon as the match began, we saw that Latino World Order had quite a bit of trouble working together. Of course, it was their first match as a tag team, where the Usos are the veterans in this match. So Jimmy and Jey dominated the first part of the match. They hit some great moves, they worked together very well, they did some frequent tags. But we saw that Latino World Order were starting to work together. They were also tagging each other pretty frequently and they were hitting some good tag team moves. The match was quite long as both teams really wanted to take this win, but then at one point, Jey Uso hit a superplex on Andrade from the top rope onto the outside. So this knocked out both men, but they were able to come back into the ring to tag their partners. So then Jimmy Uso and Rey Mysterio were in a one-on-one match, and as they kept on fighting, Rey Mysterio was able to place Jimmy Uso on the ropes and hit him with the 619. He then jumped straight on him to cover him for 1, 2, 3. So the Latino World Order, the team of Andrade and Rey Mysterio, pick up their first win against the Usos. This is huge for the newly formed duo because they just beat one of the greatest tag teams of all time. And after this awesome match, Triple H took to Twitter and said the following: "The Usos will take on Latino World Order at Money in the Bank for the Raw Tag Team Championships. May the best duo win." After this crazy contest, it was now time for the first of the 2 triple threat matches where the 2 winners will face each other off at Money in the Bank for the Universal Championship. In this match, we had Seth Rollins versus Dolph Ziggler versus Edge. This was an incredible match as all 3 wrestlers are amazing in the ring and can deliver when they need to. In the first minutes of this match, we really thought that Dolph Ziggler was going to take the win since he was really dominating both of the wrestlers. But then Edge got back, Seth Rollins did some moves as well, so it was really anybody's game at this point. There were some pinfall attempts, some submissions, but nothing seemed to work. This was until Dolph Ziggler was knocked out in the middle of the ring and then Seth Rollins hit a curb stomp on Edge. Rollins then covered the Rated R Superstar for the win. So Seth Rollins is one of the two men who will fight for the Universal Championship at Money in the Bank. Next up, we had the third Money in the Bank qualifying match between Finn Balor and Big E. The first half of the match was pretty much dominated by Finn Balor, who hit some great moves. It really seemed like Big E couldn't do anything. But then the big man got back on his feet and went straight after Balor. They both fought for a while until Big E hit the big ending on Finn Balor for the win. So Big E will join Aleister Black and Sami Zayn in the Money in the Bank ladder match. After the fight, Finn Balor came back into the ring to shake his opponent's hand. Next up, it was the contract signing between Kevin Owens and Johnny Gargano for their Intercontinental Championship match at Money in the Bank. Kevin Owens came first into the ring and talked a bit about his opponent. It didn't take long for Johnny Gargano to join and say what he had to say. After a great promo from both men, Johnny Gargano had enough and attacked Kevin Owens. But Owens fought back and showed Gargano what he could do. After an intense fight, the referee got into the ring to separate both men. After this, they both signed a contract and it was official. The next fight was between Ricochet and Kyle O'Reilly as the last Money in the Bank qualifier for Raw. The two men had fought each other in the past, so the crowd really got a good show. Ricochet was pretty much dominant throughout the whole match. This was until Ricochet gave Kyle O'Reilly an opening. O'Reilly took that opportunity and went straight after his opponent. After dominating for quite a good amount of time, Kyle O'Reilly pinned his opponent and was the last man to enter the Money in the Bank ladder match. The main event of the evening was a triple threat match between Roman Reigns, John Cena, and Finn Balor, where the winner would face Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank for the Universal Championship. These three men were ready to go in there and pick up the win. Match started like a normal match would. All wrestlers did some moves. It was pretty nice. You would see Finn Balor hit some elbows, hit some coup de grace, but he wasn't able to get a good pin. John Cena tried to hit some attitude adjustments, but it didn't work as well. Even the Tribal Chief himself struggled to keep his opponents down. After 20 minutes of keeping the crowd on the edge of their seats, Roman Reigns saw an opportunity, hit a spear on Finn Balor, covered him, and won this amazing main event. So this is it. This was the first Raw episode. I hope that everybody enjoyed it. I also hope that everybody understands that I can't make everybody win, that I try to put everybody in a title match to give everybody a push, but it doesn't always work out. Just know that I'm only doing this for fun because you guys like it as well, but I don't want any negativity. I don't want anybody trash talking their opponents or whatever. This is purely for fun, and I guess I'll see you guys on Smackdown. Thank you for watching Raw.